So our group chose to our group read "We Can't Teach What We Don't Know" by Gary Howard. This book talks about how white teachers are oblivious to teaching students of other ethnic cultures, and how it can create a wall between the student and the teacher, and obviously cause friction and misunderstanding. So, with that being said, Rose and I will do a small, short imprompt to get this thing started.
Hello, Mr. Hindi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
So, as you know, it's time for your yearly evaluation.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
Okay.
All right. So, there have been some things that have been brought to my attention about your interaction with some of the students in your classroom.
Really?
And they have me very concerned.
Okay. What are some issues that we're having?
Mainly the issues are with students of color.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you give me an example? Because I'm kind of confused, because I really feel like I teach everyone the same. I don't give any special privileges to anybody, at least I don't think I do.
Okay, well, I actually do have a specific example for you. So Alex Keaton, does that name ring a bell?
Yeah, I know Alex.
Yeah, he is one of your students, and he is African American.
Yes.
And Alex has a reading disability, and I see here in my notes that you have avoided meeting with his parents 3 or 4 times now.
Avoided in meaning that I've called them multiple times and left messages, but they never return my calls, so I'm figuring if they're not going to be calling me back, why should I waste my time continuing to try to call them?
Well, also, you never meet with Alex one-on-one regarding his disability in the classroom. And it seems to me when I've been in there observing you with all of your students, you go out of your way for your other students. But when it comes to Alex, you seem to expect the aide or the tutor in the room to help him out.
Well, I can tell you right now that Alex is a very difficult child. I've talked to him one-on-one, or I've tried to meet with him one-on-one during recess time and after school at certain times. And to be honest with you, he's a smart aleck. I try to teach him, and he laughs at me and he makes jokes. And I don't have time for kids that don't want to learn, and he's one of those kids that don't want to learn.
So you don't think it has anything to do with the fact that he's African American?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, well, what about at recess? It seems to me like all the children on the playground are not one. I don't feel like you're treating them all as equals. You're more harsh on the colored children than you are on the white kids.
Well, I mean, think about it. Kids of color, I mean, if you even watch them on the playgrounds outside of school, they get very into it, and they argue a lot, and it can become physical. And I'm trying to avoid physical problems out in the playground. You see the white kids playing, and they never turn to physicality like that, or at least very rarely. So I tend to let them go and kind of resolve their issues, because they seem to be able to resolve their issues. If we let the kids with the colors try to resolve their issues, it becomes usually physical.
Well, you do make a good point there, but there's just a couple other things. Well, what about how all your star students that are pictured up in the hallway, every single one of them are white? I don't see any of the Native American or African American, Hispanic students on the wall. Is there a justification for that?
I mean, you make a good point, I guess. I mean, I could probably, there's a couple of the students that aren't white that should be probably star students, and that's something I need to look at going forward into into the months coming along, and make a good conscious effort to make sure that they become STAR students, because I truly want to be able to teach straight down the line. But again, there's students that are of different race, different color, that don't want to learn, and it's very hard for me to try to teach these kids because I don't think that they want to learn. So, but there are a few that could be STAR students, and that should be up there.
Okay, I'm really happy with your answer with that, but I have to correct you. I really don't think that that means that they don't want to learn just because you're not sure how to get to them. Every culture brings something different to the classroom. So I want to challenge you, Mr. Hendy, to go about your day and look for ways in your curriculum that you can use their culture to make an activity, and maybe have them bring something from home, a story, a song, a poem that they could share, so that they don't feel isolated, and the other kids maybe can learn something from them as well.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's a good idea, and I think going forward, I will definitely try to bring that into our classroom, because I think it is important for all the students to learn different cultures and understand what they're bringing into the classroom, because not everyone is the same, as you did say. I will definitely continue to try to reach Alex and his parents and get his parents more involved.
Great.
And try to get Alex more involved into reading, maybe picking some kind of books that he may be more interested in reading.
That's a wonderful idea. So, with all of this being said, what goal would you like to set for yourself as a white teacher to expand your horizons and accommodate all your classmates?
I think, like I said before, definitely try to be straight down the line with everybody, and not try to make it so personal with each student as far as like their color, white, black, or white, brown, or whatever, and make sure that they understand that I'm there for all of them, not just a few of them, and be more there for them, be more in their face, going, okay, here's what I can do to help you, and bringing them all into one, and so we all can be a better classroom, so we all can learn, not only them, but maybe even myself as well.
Great. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And you can teach what you don't know.